And welcome everyone, thank you very much for tuning in on our post-match reaction show. If you're new around here, want to keep up to date on all things Liverpool, make sure you do hit that subscribe button, put your bell notification on as well so you always do get notified when a video does go live throughout the week or instant match reactions, and you want to get your comments in the comment section below, and I will feature them in tomorrow's video anyway, so make sure you do drop them in the comment section below. Your man of the match shouts, plays of the game, what really impressed you on tonight's performance. Dominant display by Jurgen Klopp's side anyway. Fair credit has to go to Brighton anyway. We'll talk a bit about them a bit later anyway, but Liverpool from the absolute get-go really dominated proceedings. Two very quick-fire goals from obviously Salah and Jordan Henderson anyway, but we've got to talk about the man that is currently on form anyway. Naby, he's really coming into the form really as of late, and I'm gutted he got taken off in the second half. I would have liked to have seen him really, but he was huffing and puffing really in terms of he put an absolute shift in for the Reds tonight anyway, everyone. But for me, that's possibly one of his best performances in a Liverpool shirt really. He's really grown in confidence game by game, and just wish we had a lot more games to play anyway, because it'd be very interesting to see how he finishes this season. But I tell you, fingers crossed, if he stays fit, he's going to be one player next season anyway, and it'll play a big part for Liverpool next season, definitely. But still got a large portion of this season still to play anyway. But for me, Reds, let me know in the comment section below. He had an absolute amazing game. If you had to give him a rating, I'd possibly give him an 8 out of 10, even 9 out of 10 really. He was absolutely dominating in midfield anyway tonight. Everyone, let me know your thoughts on that. Nico Williams, it was very first Premier League start in England anyway tonight. He's 19 years old. I felt he played very well. I know he could get caught out a couple of times, but who really cares? He's still a young lad anyway. He's going to learn, develop, especially considering he's playing on the opposite flank to which he usually plays on. Obviously, he's predominantly a right-sided defender anyway, but he was put on the left. Obviously, Robbo, he's not had a lot of rest anyway since he's come back from injury. So for me, don't get me wrong, he was out of position anyway, but you don't want to sit there and analyse really, because he's still young. I think we all remember Trent playing against Manchester United all those seasons ago at Old Trafford, and Antonio Martial absolutely battered a young Trent Alexander-Arnold, even though Trent's still a young anyway. But yeah, I think tonight Nico will learn. He's probably learned so much, and it's great to see the young lad develop and getting his appearances. And hopefully we do see the likes of Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott do get started in upcoming Premier League games anyway. But it was a fantastic performance considering it was his first Premier League outing anyway. In terms of obviously the starting 11, he hugely impressed me. Don't get me wrong, he wasn't a 10 out of 10, but fair play to the lads. Absolutely fantastic performance. Going forward, he was very confident tonight. Everyone, let me know your thoughts on that. But defensively, he'll learn, and he's got a lot of work to do anyway. But I tell you, what a start he's had to his very long Liverpool career, hopefully. Anyway, but Salah, Naby Keïta, as I said, probably had one of his best games in a Liverpool shirt. In terms of the pressing for both of the goals, everyone, let me know your thoughts on Naby Keïta. The way in which he was pressing in midfield, triggering that press, especially in the early stages. Brighton, the Liverpool attacking forwards anyway, were noticing Brighton were quite cautious and nervous on the edge of the box anyway. And Liverpool's attacking players very much sensed that really. They smelt it and they really capitalised on two very, not poor errors, but our lads made those errors happen anyway. And obviously Salah with another goal tonight. Gutted he couldn't get a hat-trick anyway tonight, everyone. I think is that 19 league goals anyway. Just quickly check that. I think it's 19. Yeah, 19 league goals and 9 assists in the Premier League this season in 30 starts for the Egyptian. He's not having too bad of a season. As you can see, the back end of the game, he was fuming. He had a couple of chances anyway, but I tell you, hopefully he does get golden boot. But Salah, yet again, he's ridiculous. I'm hoping he does get a lot more plaudits outside of the Premier League, because to rack up the numbers in which he's had, I think he's brought up to 100 goal contributions anyway in the Premier League. With 75 odd goals anyway, plus a ridiculous amount of assists anyway. The stats speak for themselves, and tonight he was fantastic. Bobby Firmino, when he come in tonight, really, we missed that against Aston Villa anyway, but when he changed the game against Villa, but tonight, yet again, highlighting and dominated proceedings, really. Dunk in the Brighton central areas anyway, in their defence, absolutely got dragged left, right and centre. Ox, he had a bit of a quiet one, everyone. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Yet again, he wasn't playing in his most favourable position anyway. His best positions are obviously in the central midfield areas anyway. But Mane, he's played a lot of football this season, and obviously the last 2 seasons not had quite a big rest anyway. So it was a little respite for tonight for Mane. But Mane changed the game in the second half, everyone. But Van Dijk, you've all seen it. It's probably exploded on as soon as it happened and knew it hit Twitter anyway. We all know that little bit anyway where Van Dijk headers it. He's calm as you like, as always. He headers it to himself, and that just highlights the confidence in which this fella plays with. Absolutely ridiculous tonight. Brighton, as I said at the top of the show, a lot of credit has to go to them. Obviously, as you can see there, stats-wise, obviously, Brighton had 11 shots to Liverpool, 16 shots on target, 3 for Brighton to Liverpool, 17, and possession was quite even, and that's fantastic from Brighton's point of view. For me personally, I think they didn't allow Liverpool a lot of the ball, and that showed, and really a bit more time and effort really in the Brighton attacks, and I think they would have been in a lot more anyway. And huge credit has to go to the young lad anyway. Lamptey, hopefully I've said that right anyway. Obviously, he used to play for Chelsea, even right anyway, but he had a fantastic game. He's like 5'2", smaller than me anyway, but big shout out to him. He's a young lad anyway, 19, like Nico. Sorry, but I tell you, that was a fantastic duel, especially in that first half. And obviously, we had Robbo coming on in the second half. It was a different proposition for the young right back anyway for Brighton. I think he started his last 4 games for Brighton, and you can see why he's been getting started, because he had a phenomenal game. That amazing assist, I think it was to Trossard anyway for their goal. Fantastic delivery into our box anyway. But everyone, let me know your thoughts. It was a fantastic performance yet again from Liverpool. 92 points Liverpool find themselves on now. We've got 4 games left anyway, and hopefully we can smash the 100-point record anyway. And I tell you, if we keep continuing playing like we did tonight, nice attacking football, but fair credit has to go to Brighton. And I think they're like 15th in the league anyway. But I tell you, the work in which they've done this season, fair credit. Let me know your thoughts. I'm just hoping, in terms of Mohamed Salah anyway, just quickly get the team news anyway. Gini Wijnaldum, I haven't talked about him. Fantastic. Henderson grabbing his goal. He had a couple of good opportunities tonight to really get a couple of more goals anyway, but Jordan, he took that goal fantastic in his stride anyway. Naby Keïta, said at the top of the show, played fantastic in terms of triggering the press. Yet again, let me know in the comment section below, was that Naby Keïta's best performance in a Liverpool shirt for you? For me, it possibly was. Joe Gomez, he picked up a yellow card in the game anyway. It was a bit of a shaky game for him anyway, but Ali and Trent, the lads played absolutely fantastic tonight, and we go marching on. I can't wait for the next game. Everyone, I want to know all your thoughts really in the comment section below. I will read out every single one of them in the comment section below tomorrow anyway, and we usually have some transfer news anyway. I bring all the latest up-to-date news anyway. That's quite concrete. But everyone, have a quality rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of your night, whatever you're doing, either on the PS or watching the footy anyway, the highlights. Not so sure match of the day's on tonight, but everyone, I'll see you tomorrow for another episode. And as always, lads, you'll never walk alone. Ciao.